What is going on, guys? Corrosive Bullet here, and we are going to be going over the brand new units that are coming on the All-Star banner this weekend. The new banner is not scheduled to come out until this coming Saturday, so you guys got plenty of time to go through and grind out Chrono Crystals as you are able. So just don't worry about rushing just yet to go and summon these guys. I mean, it's an All-Star banner. It's going to be up till early April, so it's going to be up for a while. So if you want to pull for these units, there's no rush to really do it, but just know it is coming this Saturday and not at reset tonight. So keep that in mind. Anyway, Super Saiyan Broly is coming to Legends. A lot of people have been asking for this form. A lot of people have been asking. So let's dive in. Let's see what he's got. So he's Super Saiyan, and powerful opponent. He's a melee type in yellow. And he's also Sagas as well, so it'll be interesting to see like what his Z ability is and what his kit actually does overall. We're gonna do 6 stars just because of the missions. His stats, his strike attack looks pretty good. Health is decent. Obviously he's not a blast attack user, but even without having blast attack, that 208's not bad. Defenses are a little low. If you can get him to max stars, like he's just a little bit under, I believe, from some of the other higher up units. But he is like the 7th most powerful stat wise, so keep that in mind with him. Old main ability, Awakened Menace, draw the ultimate arts cards. Gigantic Explosion next, restores ki by 50, 20% to damage inflicted that can't be canceled. That's pretty standard. This is actually kind of nice to get that and have it not be canceled, but this is relatively standard for a main ability. Unique ability, Tyrannical Power, 30% to damage inflicted against Sun Family tag, cannot be canceled. Alright, this is actually kind of good for the sheer fact that Sun Family, Zenkai Sun Family I should specify, is kind of running the meta at the current rate. What is it? Super Saiyan 3, Purple Goku, SSJ2 Gohan, and Blue Namek. So, yeah. Having someone deal damage against Sun Family, fantastic. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 60% to damage inflicted, can't be stacked. At least, I mean, these buffs can disappear and if they get neutralized, but at the very least, it's every time he enters, so that's actually nice. Reduces damage received by 20% for 15 timer counts. Gradually restores health each timer count for 60 timer counts. That's actually kind of busted. Not so busted to the extent that he's broken, but that's a lot of time. That's a whole lot of time, especially since he's not like a regen unit that just casually heals anyway. -5 to strike and blast arts cards for 10 timer counts. Plus 20% to ultimate damage inflicted. Every time this character uses a strike card, up to 80%. That's actually really good. That's actually pretty good. So, just by this ability, the way you want to kind of use them, from what I can kind of tell, is you want to be able to land these strike cards, and until you actually max this out, you're not going to want to actually pop your main to pull the ultimate. You want to make sure you get your enemy locked into a combo, so that way you can maximize the efficiency of that ultimate damage. So that's actually pretty. That's actually a pretty unique ability. I don't think many units actually have something like this. I can't really even think of one off the top of my head. So that's pretty neat. Flow of Power. Gain attribute upgrade minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cut effects when battle starts. Can't be canceled. So that's actually not bad. The fact that he's able to cut, he's able to like take care of this. That's actually good. Sorry, it's late at night and I'm tired in the brain. Reduces damage received by 30% until combo ends when changing cover. Knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against strike cards. Alright. Kit's pretty good. I actually kind of like it. Nothing too crazy overpowered, but his kit is definitely what's kind of needed, I think, for a little bit of the meta. I don't think he single-handedly is going to be able to take care of Sun Family teams, but if we are able to get more characters like this, then that would be pretty awesome. So this is a step in the right direction to kind of balance out the Sun Family meta. and I hope they continue this trend, at least with 1 or 2 more units at least. Nothing special with strike, nothing special with blast. Eraser cannon, deal massive explode damage, randomly destroys 3 enemy cards on hit. That's pretty good. Battle sense, plus 30% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Increases own arts draw speed by 1 level for 20 timer counts. And nullifies own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for 30 timer counts. Okay. Pretty good green card. Not overly busted. There are limitations to the draw speed, to the nullify downgrades, and to the damage that he gets, but 20 timer counts is still a decent chunk of time, so, and 30 timer counts is a decent chunk of time, so, all in all, not too mad about this. Pretty nice green card. Ultimate skills, gigantic explosion, massive explode damage, 30% ultimate damage inflicted for 30 timer counts upon activation, or, yep, for 3 timer counts on activation. So, yeah, definitely want to get to that 80%. Definitely want to get to that 80% and pop your card and use this because you can max them out at 110% max for that. And that's actually pretty scary to think about. That his ultimate skill is probably going to do a lot of damage. I kind of foresee it. We'll have to see. A portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby on hit. This cannot cause them to be defeated, and blast armor on that. Awesome. Okay, so basically Green Frieza's ultimate attack. I haven't really seen this type of ability in a while. I can't remember the last one that done it, but I know that Green Golden Frieza has this, so that's cool to see that back. He is a powerful opponent buffer for health, the first, which is nice. And obviously 20% max. 20%'s okay. At least it's for powerful opponent. Powerful opponent getting some more buffs, which is actually kind of cool. So, all in all, I like this Broly. Definitely going to be summoning for him this weekend. I'm very excited. All right, so now we also got the Demon King Piccolo. I'm glad to see the original Dragon Ball Saga is actually getting some more love. So let's dive into Demon King Piccolo. He's purple, regen, Namekian, powerful opponent. He's a range type. And he's going to be part of Dragon Ball Saga as well. 6 stars, 5,000. Health is alright. Strike is not all that great. Blast attack is pretty good. And if you max him out completely, better defenses than Broly. That's by maybe 3,000. 3,000 on each defense, which isn't much, but, you know, it's something. 245 blast attack total, and 229 is alright, but it's pretty substantial. It's pretty low for a max unit if you go for a max unit. But 6 stars, he's not bad. And this is before he even transforms, so this is going to go up. So before he transforms, he's got Sinister Wish, transform into youthful form, restores own health by 35% and ki by 100. Okay, so just straight up full ki back. That's awesome. Destroy all your own cards and randomly draw 4 new ones. Here we go with the green Goku, black, and rose quirk. I don't think, but instead of doing it on green card, he's doing it in his main ability. So, lovely. Quest for Eternal Youth. Until one of the following conditions is met, your main ability will be sealed from battle start. Interesting. Okay. Possess 5 or more Dragon Balls when this character enters the battlefield. 30 timer counts have elapsed. While this character is on the battlefield, reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 when they switch characters, and it activates once. Okay, it's really interesting that he's got this. Like, this is straight up, like, the only benefit to this ability is the fact that you can reduce Dragon Balls by 1 on your opponent. The fact that there is a limitation like this leads me to believe that his transformation is going to be kind of nuts. So we'll look into that in a second. Inside Evil applies the following effects to self from battle start until transformation. 45% to damage inflicted, can't be canceled. Reduces enemy damage by 30, and that also can't be canceled. That's pretty good, actually. So he gets buffs because of this condition. That's interesting. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Draw a special arts card next, does it twice, and inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade plus 25 to damage received for 20 timer counts. Okay. It's his base kit is actually pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's going to be busted once he transforms. If this is what he's doing now, and he has this type of requirement, there must be a requirement for a reason. So, does any of this change? Okay, this actually changes a decent bit. So, we'll kind of go over this after he's transformed. So, then after transformation, at 6 stars, okay, so at 6 stars, he's basically going to be at the stats that he is at max red stars in base form. That's nuts. Which means at max stars, 286 blast attack and almost 170 strike or defenses. Yeah, stat-wise, that's pretty nuts. So, all right, so you transform him. Main ability turns into King of the Demon Clan. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 60 timer counts. Minus 5 to own strike arts cost for 60 timer counts. Minus 10 to blast arts cards for 60 timer counts. Minus 20 to own special move arts cost for 60 timer counts. The damage itself is nothing to be crazy about. It's more or less that he's getting all of this and the 60 timer counts on all of them. And you only have to wait 10 timer counts for that too. So that's kind of crazy. It's different, but it's not bad. Limitless Power increases own arts card draw speed by 1 for 15 timer counts when he enters the battlefield. When this character is on the battlefield, applies the following effect to self when enemy switches characters. Restores ki by 20. Randomly draw 1 new card when you have 3 or less, and then 20% to damage inflicted. And then Hell on Earth. The following effects occur after transforming. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% received from regen, powerful opponent, or Dragon Ball Saga 3 times. 3 times? What? Plus 10% to damage received. It inflicts all enemies. Oh, 3 times? I guess 1 for each opponent, I guess. 80% to damage inflicted, can't be canceled. Reduced damage by 30%, can't be canceled. 60% to special move damage inflicted, can't be canceled. Okay, so I'm going to go with the assumption this is gonna have to be tested in PvP and in the game, but I'm going to go on a oh, it's only until transformation. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't keep any of this. He keeps the 30% buff, but it goes from a 45% damage inflicted to an 80, and then on top of that, you're adding the 60% to special move as well. It's not bad. Okay. Kit wise, I don't know how this guy's gonna be. Looking at it, he doesn't feel busted, but I feel like he's gonna be pretty good. We'll have to see. So nothing different with the blast arts. The blast arts just inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10 damage received for 10 timer counts. Goes from Demonic Barrage, which is inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade, minus 60% to key recovery for 40 timer counts. And that turns into Demon Ray of Obliteration. A portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby on hit. So this does this is the first time a special move has actually ever done this, right? I believe this is the first time that they have ever done this for just a special move. Okay, that's pretty OP actually. That's actually kind of nuts. It's not an ultimate, that's a special, guys. And then base form, restore zone key by 30, cancel buff effects, enemy buff effects, and then plus 3 to substitution count, or attribute downgrade plus 3 to substitution count for 20 timer counts. And upon transformation, it's 40 key, randomly draw 1 card, and then plus 20% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Okay. And then at 6 stars, he does 30% to Dragon Ball Saga, regen, or powerful opponent, blast attack, and defense. 32 at max stars. All right, I like both these units. Both these units are actually pretty solid all around. I've noticed a trend where the all-star banner units are actually like pretty beefed up, and like the secondary units that come on the LF step-ups are kind of lackluster. Generally. Not always, but generally. All right, we got 2 new EX units. One's kind of a stipulation, though, I believe. So let's do Trunks first. Trunks Youth is on the banner. He's Vegeta family, hybrid, in future. He's defensive type green. I feel like this is like the second or third defensive hybrid unit that we've gotten that's green. So that's interesting. So at 6 stars. At 6 stars, yeah, at 6 stars, just under 2 million health. Strike attack is 183, blast is 181, defenses are 140. At max stars, you're getting 2.3, 213, 211, and then really good defenses at max stars. So stat wise, nothing too impressive, except for in his defenses, but that is what it is. Main ability, Hope for the Future. Draw the special arts card next. Restores ki by 40. 30% of damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Unique ability, World Watcher. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 30% of damage inflicted. And reduces the damage by 20%. And those can't be stacked. That's pretty standard. Anything for a friend. Reduces damage received by 40% until combo ends when changing cover. So he's got a cover change reduction. Applies the following effect to self per defeated battle member when this character enters the battlefield. Okay, so 30% of damage inflicted can't be canceled. Reduces damage received by 5%, cannot be canceled. 30% to ki recovery, cannot be canceled. So this is different. For the sheer fact that he's a last standing unit and he's an extreme unit. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of too many EX units that do something like this either. So maybe Yellow Broly EX. I can't remember. I haven't pulled Broly EX, so could be. I don't know. That's interesting. Masenko, deal major impact damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% of damage received for 20 timer counts. Not bad. And then special skills, restores own health by 10, 20% of damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. And he is a buffer for future or hybrid. So it's 6 stars, 28% to future or hybrid, strike and blast defense, and then 15% to characters that have both those tags. Okay, so if you want to run a Trunks team, here you go. Put him on your bench. That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good Z ability for an EX. So this Trunks ain't bad. Again, EXs aren't always meant to be like your front runners on your teams. But their kits have been slowly getting a little bit better, as I've noticed, as the banners come. And then we got this purple Bulma Youth. And I believe, because this Bulma is not on the banner, and she's a game originals. So I believe that this Bulma is the 1,000-day celebration Bulma. Now, I'm hoping that this isn't the case where it's locked behind 1,000 days. If it's locked behind 1,000 days and it's a permanent thing, I guess it's not that bad. But if this unit is strictly a limited time thing and it only comes around once or maybe once in a blue moon, I'm hoping that's not the case, because that would be an awful thing for them to do. So hopefully, if I don't want her to be time gated behind the 1,000 days, but if she's going to be time gated, I hope she's permanent. But we'll see. So let's do 6 stars, 5,000. So if we look at her stats, just under 2 million at 6 stars. She's definitely not a strike-based unit. She's definitely a blast. Her defenses are a little underwhelming. She's also a defensive type as well. But if you get her max stars, 2.24 is a little low. 220 isn't bad. 236 isn't bad. Defenses are pretty okay for max stars. Yeah, stats are okay, more or less. Oh, but she's sparking. Okay, she's not extreme. She's sparking. So yeah, for a sparking unit, I feel like this is okay. Nothing crazy, but we'll have to see what her kit's like and whatnot. Main ability, leave it to Bulma. 100% chance to inflict all enemies with paralyze. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received for 1,000 timer counts. What? I now somewhat understand why her stats are a little low. All enemies get paralyzed, and all enemies get plus 10% to damage received for the entirety of the game. That's nuts. Remote support applies the following effect to allies other than this character when battle starts. 40% to damage inflicted for 1,000 timer counts can't be canceled. And then 20% to health restoration for 1,000 timer counts as well. I know that this is a gimmick. But that's scary. It's a little scary. Like it's nothing too crazy, but like the fact that paralyze plus increased damage received plus a non-cancelable 40% damage buff. This effect is canceled when this character is switched to standby. Okay, so you kind of want to run her kind of like right off the bat. You switch her out, you permanently lose this. That sucks. Yeah, so you kind of want to run her in the beginning and get that early, and you want to get that early paralyze and stuff in. I feel like PvP is gonna get hit hard. Last resort reduces damage received by 50% until combo ends when changing cover. That's actually okay. 50% is actually pretty high. I'm actually not upset by this. That's actually pretty high for a unit like this. So, if we're gonna roll with these gimmicks, we might as well make her a little bit more busted. Restores 30% of damage received when changing cover. So she gains 30% of that damage received back. Interesting. 100% of the next special move arts damage inflicted when activated can't be stacked. Okay. So nothing strike, nothing blast. Deals major explode damage, 15% to inflict faint as well. So we get paralyze and faint. And then Hoi Poi capsule. Restores own ki by 20, 30% to damage inflicted, blast damage inflicted, and then one of the following effects also occurs randomly. Restore ally health by 10, cancel ally attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, plus 5% to damage inflicted by allies for 1,000 timer counts. Alright. And then she also inflicts bleed with her blast cards, and that's 100% guaranteed. Oh my god! Okay, so if you max her out, she's also 30% to tag girls and rarity hero. Run her with Shallot. You run her with Shallot. You do not you run her with girls, but run her with Shallot. To both strike and blast attack, 30%. That is nuts. It sucks that she's locked behind. She's probably going to be locked behind 1,000 days, but I'm actually she's probably the best character on this. Like even as a meme. Or maybe not as a meme, but she's actually like the best character here just for the sheer fact that like Shallot's getting support. So I actually like that. I actually like it a lot. Banner wise, so we got the All-Star banner coming through. As you know, you pull the copies of these guys once and you get the missions and you can get them up to 6 stars. So definitely consider doing that. You got the new characters. Metal Cooler is back. I've still yet to pull him. If you want to run a Rival Universe team, Universe 11 is back in its entirety, as well as Bergamo. So definitely Rival Universe is part of this. The new Trunks, and then you got Metal Cooler, Final Frieza, Zenkai's, because this guy gets a Zenkai as well. Keep that in mind. Infusion Zamasu. And that's actually surprising. They're the only units. So this banner might actually be pretty decent, hopefully. Considering that this is all there is. I'm excited. We'll see how this goes. In terms of other things going on, so obviously Metal Cooler is getting a Zenkai, which probably means that LF Frieza will be getting his soon. GT is getting a pickup banner, and there's going to be a increased Zenkai Awakenable Legends limited drop rate for the Master Pack Z. So definitely keep that in mind. And then on top of that, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it's going to show up here. It may not. Maybe not. No, I don't think it was updated yet. What is it? The Ultra Space Time banner is getting revamped, and it's going to have a lot more units in it. It's going to have basically all the units that are in the Master Pack. So the Gohan, Piccolo, Namek Goku, Beerus, like those units are now part of the USTR banner, along with the revamp for that as well. So we shall keep that in mind. And then for story events, we got the 1000 Chrono Crystals champion bonus. We got a new hyperdimensional co-op against this Goku. Again, the Zenkai, we'll take a look at this in a second. Try Not to Surpass Me, we'll be giving out tickets, so definitely farm that up if you can. And in terms of Ultra Space Time Rush, there are now 3 rushes instead of 5. Okay. Alright, so it looks like there's 3 bosses in this first one, so yeah, they revamped that. These are definitely different, but they're all max level, it looks like. They are all max level, so that's a little different. You're getting 7, what is that, 7, 11, 13, 50? You're getting 13,500 of these, and then 5 of the Zenkai Rush medals. Okay, so we got a new pickup item here. Oops. And then you go to Rush 2. Rush 2 is a little bit bigger. It's 5 fights. And you'll get, what is that, 8, 14, 18, 20, 21, 21,500 of that with 10 of the Zenkai ones. And then you'll also get, and then the last one, you get a good chunk of that as well with another 10. So you get 25 of the Zenkai medals. It'll be interesting to see how that actually ends up playing out. Is it going to show, can I look up, it's not going to show me, no, it's not going to show me, I guess. I was going to see if it would show me the, like the new sales, I guess, but I guess there's no sales, so. Oh, and that's also the other thing too. There's going to be a new login event, I guess, where every 3 days you will get 1 sparking ticket, and you'll be able to summon. You'll be able to summon on this banner for that. Yeah, this ends in 4 days, so this weekend that gets the revamp. Okay, well that's more or less everything. The only other thing that's kind of going on is the only other thing that's kind of going on would be there's going to be a shop sales, and they're doing a step-up shop sale where it's a 3-step Chrono Crystal step-up, and you can get upwards to like 8,000, 9,000 Chrono Crystals like off the bat. Something along those lines. I saw an image for it, but it's not here. You can't see it here, so just keep an eye out for that. And we'll see how good that is, and I'll kind of critique that, I guess, as we kind of go into the next summon banner. But with that said, guys, I know this was a long one. I do apologize for it being so long, but all these units are really good. The new banner is going to be pretty lit once it comes out on Saturday. But with that said, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. Please like and subscribe for more Legends content. Let me know if you were able to hit the 1,000 days to be able to get this Bulma. And let me know which unit you are most excited for. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Later.